multiple times.
But lucky
there we
for
go.
J-Lo,
I'm on an
she's
island. I
hot
don't see
enough
no
to
shade.
get another husband. So
She is hot enough to get another.
She is
J-Lo looks
absolutely
good
hot.
for her age. Like
She
Well,
does.
that's why I said you're still
amazing.
J-Lo. Okay.
She looks amazing.
She's still hot.
Well,
So switching gears here, let's get into the WNBA. The WNBA girlies. So Caitlin Clark was interviewed about her name being weaponized. Now, this was like a two-part thing, and I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the first part, I was really pissed off. But then I I saw her like follow up like the second part, and I'm a little curious, like, did somebody have a talk with her? Because why wasn't this energy present in the first interview? What are your immediate thoughts? Because I saw your response on Twitter.
Yes.
So how are you feeling about it? Is it genuine as well?
I am not at liberty to speak about whether or not she was genuine in her response.
Fair.
I'm gonna take her response for what it was.
Okay.
But what I will say is there was a missed opportunity, and granted that you came back around, and granted that she came back around to say, you know, I don't want the first question. This is what bugs me, right? For those who are watching who are not journalists, we ask certain questions on purpose. Like words means things. Like they mean things. And so the first question, because a lot of comments have been, well, the second question was more direct. Let's back up. The first question was, your name is being weaponized for divisiveness and culture wars. The second question was, your name is being weaponized for racism, bigotry, and misogyny. Are they not divisive things that happen? Are they not things that contribute to what many people will consider a culture war, depending on whether that's, the culture of sex, whether that's gender, whether that's race, whether that's whatever. So no one's asking Caitlin or anybody to be an activist. People are activists in different ways. But the point that I made earlier in my tweet was simply, listen, this is a league that has a history of being on the forefront of social justice. This is a league that has a history of standing up to racism, of being in the forefront of the Say Her Name campaign, of being
no wonder no one
able
watches
to,
it.
Is that,
no wonder.
And you know what? The people
hate
who
when you bring
that,
politics into sports.
and politics have been in the sports from the very beginning, and that's never going to change. But at the end of the day,
worse. It's gotten worse.
I do believe, however, somebody might have gotten in her ear, and I hope they did, to say, hey, listen, you have to address this. Because her answer in the second part of the interview was very clear that I do not condone this. And that is all we have asked you to say this entire time. If that's what you truly believe, is that you don't condone it. You don't have to keep harping on it. You don't have to keep talking about it. You don't have to keep addressing it at this point, but you needed to take a stand, because silence is the antithesis of acknowledgement. And by not saying anything, it leads people to say, well, she must be complacent with it because she won't say no about it. So I'm glad she said something.
Pearl, what are your thoughts?
I like her. I like Caitlin.
That's fine.
I thought her response was fine. I didn't have a problem with it.
The first response?
I think they were both fine.
Okay. Dylan?
These damn two brains of mine. Okay, so I think that I agree that yes, she needed to say something if she wanted to be clear about exactly how she feels on the situation. I feel like when it comes to like putting myself in, if I were to put myself in her position, and I'm just trying to focus on being the best athlete I can be, all this shit would be really annoying. Like, honestly, like, it's not that these aren't these huge things in life and whatever, but at the end of the day, she's trying to just isolate and like hyper focus to be able to do what she's essentially being called to do, and it's perform. And I think that, again, sometimes the outside world can be a little judgmental and critical of the kind of mental discipline. Like, I know she had mentioned she doesn't even really see a lot of the stuff. And I actually think that that's a fair point. I think it sounds like she's being kind of sheltered from it, to be fair. And again, if it was me, I would probably do the same thing. Like if I was in the middle of basically these crossfires where it's like, I don't want shit to get to my head. I don't want these energies to affect me. I don't want to lose my mind because maybe I'm too sensitive and I can't handle the pressure and can't handle all of these things. And I'm just a young lady trying to figure out my way in the world. I don't know where I stand on a lot of these things. I don't have time to sit here and go back and forth and think about it all. Like I'm just trying to play the game I love well. So I think it just becomes overwhelming, and so it gets difficult. Yes, the PR teams, all that stuff, that's great. But I think sometimes we forget that these are still people that we're dealing with. And again, like it's hard being at the fire and being at the center of it. And she might not be an activist. If she was, and she was like very clear about the types of things she stands for and things like that, then I would kind of be like, this is feeling a little inauthentic.
She just comes across as not political to me.
Yeah,
Like,
she seems like she wants to be out of it.
And Brittany, I want you to go ahead and speak because I think that there's a point that's being
okay. When I first heard her response, I was actually infuriated because how the fuck are you the face of the WNBA? And, well, I don't see it, so it doesn't exist. That's fucking bullshit. Like, you don't get the luxury of being like, well, I don't even know what my name is being used for. Because what I have an issue with is that other players are being demonized. Okay, so at that point, and it gives me chills because it's just so gross to me. So that was my biggest issue, is it's like, if you don't check social media, so I'm sorry, sweetie, you do not strike me as the person that just like, I'm just so innocent and I don't ever talk shit. And you have a raggedy ass boyfriend who allegedly was liking negative tweets about Angel Reese. So we know you pop your shit behind closed doors, but you want to sit here and you want to play prim and proper. I'm not falling for it. I'm sorry, conniving. And I feel like your first response is that's how you really felt. That's how you really felt.
No, she doesn't care.
And my thing is it gives me chills because it's irritating to me because it's like, that's how you really felt. Somebody probably got in your ear, you probably should, clear it up, PR. But that's not really how you felt. You had a smug ass fucking attitude. Let that be Angel Reese. Right? If we're all wearing shirts and rioting and feel some type of way, we riot at dawn about her and let her not say anything. Oh, I don't even see it.
Angel Reese.
I wish
she would. Out of here.
I actually wish she would. I wish she would. I think she needs to give less of a fuck. Like Caitlyn, I think
you can't be the face of the league. You can't be the face of the league. No, because at the end of the day, it's still bigger than basketball. That's their biggest thing. In the NBA and WNBA, it's bigger than basketball. Okay, then act like it.
But look, let me tell you something.
I just think it's not like that deep. People are going to say what they're going to say on social media. It's
not that deep.
No, it is.
It is that deep. Because at the end of the day, Angel Reese is fucking balling and no one gives a fuck because she doesn't get as many views and clicks as fucking Caitlyn Clark because she's the great white hope. Nobody wants to talk about that. People gotta take accountability for shit. You want to be the face of the league, well then fucking step like it. So when them bitches are knocking you to the fucking ground, bitch, I see why you're going through what you're going through.
I don't think she cares to be the face of the league. That's the thing. This is not on her.
Then move out the way.
But this is not on her. This is on the league. And regardless of how she's choosing to respond to these things, she's still the motherfucking face. And at the end of the day, we can be as mad about it as we want to be about it.
Agree on that.
That's fine. She's still the face. And it doesn't have anything to do with whether we're politically right or wrong. It simply has to do with the fact that she is talented and and there's an agenda and people are pushing the agenda and it continues to happen and happen and happen and happen. If somebody else wants to be the face, maybe we need a new motherfucking league. How about that? Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, this league, yes, this is the reflection. Why are we so frustrated about something that we know? We know that this is how these leagues operate. We know this is what they want. Why is she gonna care? Who was she raised by? The same people that built these fucking leagues. So when it comes down to it, what is our expectation here? She's looking at this shit like it's not my fucking business. Stop making it my business. Now everybody want to sit here and talk about me and talk about the shit. Keep doing it. I'm gonna go worry about the shit that's gonna make me actually a legend. Not when everybody's sitting here trying to put all this pressure. And I hope that she does it. I also hope that the other ladies can just do the same fucking thing and also start making a name and a brand for themselves as well because they haven't cared
but
to.
I think what you're missing is the fact that the other ladies don't have the option because the other ladies are not white girls that can just completely ignore.
Okay, are we gonna continue to completely ignore the fact that at the end of the day, if none of that is true, Angel doesn't need to continue. She's not this horrible, evil, awful person. All she has to do is not let it affect her. The one thing that I know is when you give attention to that shit, the narrative builds because all you're doing is adding fire and animosity to it. So when she's like, oh, I'm gonna be the bad guy, girl, be the bad guy then. Be the best bad guy they ever seen. Say, okay, fuck you in your comments. That's not what it is, and keep it fucking pushing. You're gonna gain respect in the league. You're gonna gain respect from the people because the time will reveal all. I'm sick of the fucking color wars.